Okay, so here we go. Look what just arrived. This right here is my new Alienware. Look at that. Alienware Core i7 R4 gaming notebook. And this currently has a 17.3-inch Quad HD display, Intel Core i7-7820 with 32 gigabytes of memory. Eat your heart out, Apple Pro. I don't know why the Mac Pro didn't offer 32 gigabytes of memory. And it also has a 256 gigabyte SSD, which pretty much nowadays is about $60. And then it also comes with a 1 terabyte standard hard disk drive for like long-term storage. And then you get the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080, and naturally it comes with Windows 10, just like pretty much everything else. I'm going to get a review of this laptop up for you eventually. I just have to end up unboxing it, and then I've got to end up setting it up and everything. So I just wanted to show you that this bad boy just came in, and we're going to get really nasty with this bad boy. So I guess the first thing I'll say is that my biggest mover for today was Cannabix Technology. I've been talking about BLOZF, marijuana breathalyzer. I've been talking about it since I was blue in the face 2 years ago, talking about it. And as you know, not only did it go from the 0.15, 15 cents that I bought it at, I bought 10,000 shares. It cost me a little over $1,500. And now, at that 15 cents now, it's $2.83. I've been watching this stock. This has been of all the stocks that I've purchased, even with this cryptocurrency shit, which I was never comfortable with because of the amount of money I had to spend to actually buy into it. This has been this has basically been my favorite stock. First of all, it's been my #1 weed stock. I bought 10,000 shares when it was just 15 cents. And there's a lot of other things that I've also bought 10,000 shares of when they were less than a dollar, or they were only a few pennies. And I've shared with you a number of the weed stocks that I've gotten into. The vast majority of them have been moving upwards in the upwards direction, specifically because of California and New York. Hold on, let me just get a little bit of more of my Manischewitz. Shalom. Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, Blows Off has been my absolute best mover. And basically, it's made me very happy. I've already earned over $20,000 figure after tax on my BLOZF. It's been my favorite mover. But I wanted to talk a little bit about today's other winners. Ethereum was sitting yesterday. The day low on Ethereum was, what was Ethereum? Ethereum yesterday was $851. Ethereum right now is $940. It out of nowhere it just shot up. So let that be a lesson to you. Bitcoin has been having its ups and downs. Bitcoin is still a little bit less than 15,000. It was actually higher. It was like 15,000 something a little bit earlier. I was looking at it earlier in the day. The day's high right there. Gotta get out of the way of the Manischewitz. The day's high was $15,379. And Litecoin has, strangely enough, not been moving at all. Now, considering Litecoin has not been moving at all, my thought is that Litecoin may actually start moving. And when it does, all you got to do is be ready to watch Litecoin start moving. So what you might want to do is, if you haven't bought into Litecoin, something tells me that what's happening right now in the market is that people who have bought into Bitcoin are selling out of Bitcoin, and they're buying into Ethereum. They're probably also planning to buy into Litecoin. Right now, Litecoin is not moving at all. But you probably want to be in Litecoin when it starts to move again. Because you got to remember, Litecoin's set at below $100. And then over a 3-day period, shot up from $100 to like $380. It shot up in a quick shot. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy Ethereum. Probably is a little too high. So instead of buying into Ethereum, if you were deciding which one you want to get, I'd get Litecoin. Bitcoin Cash has been sitting there. But as I've been saying in my videos recently, I really believe the government is doing a lot of damage to these cryptocurrencies simply because of the fact that the IRS is getting involved. They're trying to regulate. They're trying to take our money from us. They're trying to make it so that it's less we can't get into it as easily as we want to get into it, and they are doing us a disservice. Bitcoin is the first casualty. Anything that Americans want to invest in is going to be another casualty. But you got to remember that these markets are moving all day long because these are 24-hour markets. China is buying, Russia is buying, Africa is buying, South America is buying. So because of that, these things are moving up and down all day long. Now, Bitcoin, I think, has been severely hurt. However, when I look at this cryptocurrency article from Forbes, now this was written January 2nd. That was yesterday at 11:02 a.m. Now, yesterday at 11:02 a.m., they wrote this. It says, in 2018, more than likely, you're going to see cryptocurrencies double in value. There's going to be a lot of cryptocurrencies that are already on the market, lots of these new startups. And the thing about it, the only thing that causes these things to go up is that more and more people get interested in them and start putting money into them. You've been hearing on my site that I've been talking about Ripple. Now, this was written yesterday. Ripple was $2.45 yesterday at 11:02 a.m. Right then, it was $2.45. Ripple right now, at present, it is 1/3/2018, January 3rd. It is 6:05 p.m. Ripple is now worth $3.16. So if you got in when I got in, you're already up over $2 easily. You're up over $2. And some of my buddies, they were going crazy to get Ripple when it was only 75 cents, 79 cents. And they, we talked about it and everything. Now, I wasn't happy with some of the exchanges that they were using to buy these things. Like, I don't trust those Chinese exchanges because you never know when shit could go wrong. And then all of a sudden you start losing money and then there's nobody to call. There's nobody to attack. So I wasn't crazy about some of the exchanges that they were using, but there is no denying that it's up 30.35%. There's no denying that. So Ripple is a winner. Now, when you look up Ripple, you'll see that, first of all, Ripple's up. They're talking about, look out, Bitcoin. Here comes Cardano and Stellar. So depending upon what Cardano and Stellar cost, I might buy into these. Because my thing is, if it's less than $1, I can buy a lot of it. I can buy it dirt cheap. And I take less risk buying it. The bottom line here over at Big Truck Series Show, buy low, sell high. That's the bottom line. So what are we looking at right here? What are we looking at? We got Bitcoin. We got Ripple, Ethereum. These are already in their highs. Ethereum 919.77, but that's a little bit earlier. That's a little earlier because right now it's still 942. I'm looking at Coinbase. Bitcoin Cash 2550. Right now on Coinbase, it says Bitcoin Cash is 2521. So this is a little bit behind. Cardano, $1.04. I have to do some research on Cardano first, and its stock ticker is ADA. There's Stellar, 0.89, which I'm definitely going to look at. I want to do some research on that. And then there's obviously Litecoin, which is sitting still at 245. So Cardano and Stellar. I've said this before, the only thing that forces these cryptocurrencies to gain value is the fact that more and more people get interested in them. And as more and more people get interested in them, more and more people invest in them. Right now, there's not really a lot of turmoil in the market, but right now there's a lot of people with a lot of money. And because of the cryptocurrency craze, a lot of people want to get in on it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people tried to get in and out before the Republican scumbag Congress decided to go after our money and start taxing us. That's why I want to make sure every one of you people gets in there and votes. I wanted to get these scumbags out of office. You remember that movie, The Purge election year? That's what I want this year to be. 2018 is the Purge election year. And all you got to do is show up to vote. And when you vote, we're going to use that American democracy. We're going to vote these bastards out of office. And then we're going to change all these laws back so cryptocurrency is free once again. This is true democracy. They can't force you to buy it. They can't say you can't buy it. And it's not fair that they're taxing us like crazy on it. And it's not fair that they're trying to pass laws that make it so that we can't easily trade our cryptocurrency. Hold on, let me get some more of my Manischewitz. God damn. So, anyway, make sure you show up to vote. If you don't show up to vote, you're going to be stuck in some bullshit for another 4 years. You don't want that. So anyway, Stellar and Cardano. That's what we should be looking at right now. Like, if you want to buy into Ripple, because as you can see, they quoted a price of $278, so this is obviously older. If you want to still buy into Ripple, as long as the hype sticks behind Ripple, Ripple's going to keep going up. Now, I'm hearing that the Chinese are going wild buying into Ripple. Now, if that's true, a lot of money right now is being funneled towards Ripple. Ripple could go to $10. I really don't know. Ripple could keep going up. But when you see a lot of talk and a lot of hype, when you hear people on the street talking about it, hey man, do you know anything about Ripple? Did you get into Ripple? That's the kind of stuff you want to buy into, if but for short term. Because if you do want to treat it like a speculative asset and you want to pump and dump it, like if you want to put a couple $100s in, wait until it goes up a couple more $100s and then pull out everything, you can do that. Day trading cryptocurrency is probably more profitable than day trading most stocks, because when you look at most stocks, the bulk value of stocks is actually centered around not a whole lot of stocks. I forget what the absolute number is, but I saw this graph that actually broke it down and talked about most stock values absolutely locked into only a few stocks. The rest of them aren't really worth that much. The thing about it is cryptocurrency isn't a stock. Cryptocurrency is treated as a commodity. Scottrade won't even allow you to sell them, so I have to go elsewhere. Now, somebody asked me, a couple of people have asked me, well, who else do you trade with? Like, who can you trade with? So, first of all, let me just remind you, and that'll be the last thing I say. Some people use TD Ameritrade. I use E-Trade right there. Not on top of E-Trade, there is obviously my Scottrade where the bulk of my marijuana shares are. So I got my Scottrade right there. So you got Scottrade right there. On top of Scottrade, you got Capital One 360. So if you go to Capital One 360, Capital One 360 has, they have, what is it? They have an investment thing. Where is it? Capital One, you can open this up real quick. It's called Capital One 360 Investments. The first thing they ask you when you sign in is, do you want a Roth IRA or do you want a traditional IRA? And you can pretty much open up a Capital One 360 account really simple. Some of my marijuana stocks, Scottrade wouldn't allow me to trade. That's the reason why I ended up going into Capital One 360. Okay, so I got Capital One 360, Scottrade, E-Trade, and then there was something else, but right now I can't remember it. Damn, this is some good Manischewitz. Okay, so, yeah, so Capital One is one that you'll definitely want to look in. It's if you want to trade marijuana shares, if you want to pump and dump marijuana, this is definitely good, worth looking at. So basically it's like this. I'm making so much money on some of this shit. If I were to sell out of all my positions right now, I mean, shit, I could buy a fucking Lamborghini Aventador if I bought out. If I sold out of my positions, I could buy a Lamborghini SV, one of them $600,000 ass, tight ass, little ass cars for little people who are small and, you know, like they don't, you know, they get little cars. I wish Lamborghini would make those cars bigger because there's nothing real I can't do nothing with those cars. But if I really wanted to, I could buy one. But all I'd have to do is sell all my positions. I could buy one. Like, it's funny because, like, now you're seeing all these stupid Bitcoin commercials, like where you're seeing these women coming on, oh, yeah, I made $90,000 in Bitcoin. And then there's a Jamaican guy, and he's like, and singing to you and shit. He's like, yeah, I've got Bitcoin, and singing and shit. I think that's, like, so hilarious that, like, YouTube's got all those ads playing now. But, basically, that's all I needed to say, and so that's just a quickie update of current Bitcoin news. So as I was telling you, I'm gonna make a video, probably not really an unboxing, but a review of my Alienware laptop and whatnot. And I think definitely before I go on vacation this year, because I'm probably going to go either to Dubai in the Philippines, or I'm going to probably go to Singapore in the Philippines, or all three. I really don't know. I got to get a smaller, easier to carry laptop, so I'll probably get one of those cheap MacBooks or something. But whatever it is, I don't know what it'll be, but I'll probably do a review of that too. So the Alienware, I definitely got a review coming. I might do like a simple review of a HTC Vive. Probably not. I really don't know. But just keep watching, and I'm going to keep having new content and whatnot.